Hello everyone, this is Magnum Pi. I'm here with Dark Templar Vahilo and Teku. Golgotha again not able to join us, but even without him, we're still Initiative 0. Thanks for joining us. It's the Second City Chronicle. It is a tale of two cities, the second story in the Second City Chronicle. And gosh, I think we're on like chapter 5 or something like that. We're just really happy that you're with us. Remember to hit that subscribe if you like what you hear. Hit that bell if you want a notification. Chat with us in the comments below. It's really great when we hear from you guys or join us on our Discord. We'd love to have you there too. We're going to jump right in. When we last left, I believe Elliot got the crap kicked out of him by a rather skilled assailant. They lost the book and they are standing out in the cold by Vinnie's garage. Christopher, you couldn't drive off because Grayson was missing.
Yeah, he's from our perspective, and in real life at this point, I don't believe we know what happened when he went off on his own adventure. He would have just kind of disappeared. He got real scaredy catish, and then that was it. He was gone.
Yeah.
Can I start the scene?
Sure.
What the fuck is Grayson? I thought he was here with us. Where the fuck is he?
And scene.
Thank you. That's all I really needed.
Yep. Yep.
That summed it up, I'm pretty sure.
All right. You're looking worse for wear, though.
Damn right.
Ooh, hang on. Wait a minute. Just checking my sheet here. And I have no dots in medicine. Not even going to try. Never mind. It's going to offer to render aid, and there's a decent chance that I might just hit you in the face with a brick and call it medicine.
That's right. Now both sides hurt evenly. There you go.
Exactly.
Hey, don't help me. It's okay.
I have a dot in medicine, but Vinnie was also thinking of offering you Elliot to go to his doctor just to get checked out.
You put air quotes in, didn't you? Yeah, you did.
Well, no. He's still a legit doctor. It's just, he takes
an
cash
animal
and he doesn't
doctor?
ask questions.
X-ray
He
check.
won't ask you how you got any of those injuries. He'll just treat them and send you on your way.
Yeah, I'll hand Vinny his gun back and apologize for shooting the side of his shop repeatedly.
The inside of my shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, it's better ventilated now.
Always a
I think it
win.
would have gone through the wall. I'm assuming it's just cinder block walls.
Yeah, probably. Except the metal parts.
Well, do you remember that gun from, like, Batman? Where, like, the Joker pulls out that, like, massive gun and shoots down the Batwing? Was it that kind of gun?
Like where he pulls it
No.
out from his pants.
Yeah, remember that one?
It was a Glock 17.
Oh, okay. Not nearly as powerful, obviously.
I like how you assume that I have, like, the Joker leg gun.
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it, though? Yeah, fucking
Anyway, Elliot, do you want me to bring you to my doctor?
Yes.
He'll at least look at you. Okay.
All right, so you're gonna try to make use of your mob allies then, eh there, Vinny?
Correct.
Cool. So this sort of favor is a 4-dot favor. You have a 2-dot ally. Okay. You can ask for favors that add up to your ally's rating without penalty once per chapter. But if you extend your influence beyond that, you have to make a manipulation plus persuasion plus allies roll with a penalty equal to the favor's rating. So
I'll be manipulation, persuasion, and allies.
yeah. So
And it's a 4, so that's -4.
Can you select all 3 of those on your sheet? I don't know if it allows you to
I
do
cannot
that.
select the allies. It's a merit.
Okay, so you're going to add those then as a bonus. Okay, so
Yep.
that's +2. You don't have any willpower, and then it's -4. So you're going to be at a total of -2. Now, I'll let you know that if you are successful, the mob will do as requested, or the mob doctor will do as requested. If you fail, or are failed or successful, you lose a dot of allies. This dot can return at the end of the chapter. On a dramatic failure, the organization resents you for making this ask, and if you get an exceptional success, you don't lose the dot.
Okay. So I lose the dot no matter what, or lose a dot no matter what.
Unless you get an exceptional success. Yeah.
Until the end of the chapter.
Until the end of the chapter. Yeah.
3 dice. All right, let's see what happens.
Wow.
Oh,
Good job.
that was close.
All done.
Look at
Wow,
that.
look
9,
at all the
10,
nines.
9.
Hot dice.
Almost
Hot dice, everybody, get back.
It's all going to be downhill from here.
Wow, great roll. So you do take that dot off allies. What I want you to do is just record it down. Just add a row, or under other. Just hit add under other traits, and just put the dot. You don't even give it a name. Just put the dot there to retain it.
Okay.
So that's part of the sanctity of merits in this game, is that, yeah, just it's not assigned to anything right now. It's just that's a dot that's kind of in limbo. I'll talk about sanctity of merits with you at the end of the chapter, so you can know what to do with that. So yeah, you make some calls, and you're successful, but you're straining. You don't have that much pull, right? And but the doctor, he's a personal friend of yours, so he'll take a look at the kid. So you pile into
upset because Elliot's not actually a part of the mob, and I'm kind of letting him know some secrets right now.
Yeah, you're kind of using mob resources for not mob people. So, but anyway, so you do feel a bit of a burn. You do strain that allyship a little bit, but yeah. So you guys pile into the Vinnie mobile.
You guys getting in the caddy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. And you guys head to the late night chop shop that is Vinnie's doctor. You guys just show up at an address in Little Italy. Elliot, you find yourself sitting by a kitchen table. A guy's got a medical kit. He's taking a look at your eyes, right, shining a light, all the procedures there. And I'm going to give him a fair dice pool there because he's a doctor. The way it goes is he rolls his dexterity plus medicine for first aid, and he needs to. What's your total number of bashing damage there, Elliot?
It is. 1 second here. My bashing is 7.
7?
7.
Okay, so by the time you will have gotten to him, you will have healed one of those.
So 6.
Yep. So he needs to get 6 successes, and every roll is a minute. And if he does get 6 successes, he will immediately heal one of those bashing damage.
Can you roll a little better?
Nope.
Can you try to roll a little better?
Nope.
Can you fuck off?
Look at the number
Wow.
of dice that he's rolling.
And
I know.
And he's sucking is what he's doing right now.
You're fixed.
Can I
You're
just
all-
roll?
If you add all that together, you're fixed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 now. There we go. So, and that took 5 minutes. So, basically, by the time Vinny, you have a little conversation with him, thanking him and things like that. And you guys, are you dropping people back off at their homes, Vinny? Is that the idea?
Yeah, I was going to take Christopher home and then drop Elliot off wherever he's sleeping.
Okay, cool. So you do that, and yeah, so you guys will get all back home to rest. Elliot, is there anything that you needed to do this evening otherwise?
This evening, I'm gonna text Karen.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say like, sorry about earlier. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'm not in great shape.
All right. And you receive a message with K, just the letter K, because it's easy to text. Chris, anything for your character? Or anything for Chris?
I mean, for tonight, I might have sent a message to Jim just to see if he was available to meet.
Okay.
Using the library's communication hub. It's email.
Okay. You post a message to him, basically. You don't get any reply, and you figure it's better just to turn in and get some sleep rather than wait for him to reply.
Yeah, it's the middle of the night. I don't expect him to get back immediately.
Yeah.
But
cool. All right. Then you guys will all get a good night's sleep. And you wake up to a cool, cloudy, breezy morning the next morning. Feeling somewhat rested with the willpower. What would you like to do?
Sorry, who are
I
you?
want to find out when the next meditation is at the Puitok Center.
So you guys just went on Wednesday. The next one will be, they have one on Thursday night as well. There's another session. Chow Lian is not present for that one. She is only present on Wednesdays and Saturdays. But those are the big ones. So everybody kind of goes to those. But your own little kind of tier, you'll meet on Thursday with anybody that's new that wants to come for a session, right? The walk-ins are Tuesday, Thursday. So.
Okay. Could I message David Way?
Sure, you can send him an early morning message. Yeah.
And I just want to ask him if he's going to be at the Puitok Center for the meditation tonight, and if not, could we either meet before or after?
He'll reply to you when he gets your message that he is running the session tonight, and he can make time to talk to you.
Okay, I'll just can I just say I'll see you there at 6:00?
Sure, I'll meet you. I'll go over a little bit early. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. Cool.
I'm gonna head over to Chilton's books.
Okay, so Elliot, all of your bashing damage would have healed through the night. You still look rough, but you're not mechanically hindered by it at all.
Good. I'm glad.
And you hop into your car, and you head over to Chilton's books.
Chilton's books.
All right. And, what time did you want to head over at? Are you trying to wait till they're open? Are you trying to get there before they open?
Just before they open.
Okay. Cool. So just before 9, you head over that way. All right. Christopher, what are you up to?
I might actually start the day having nearly successfully meditated by trying to meditate.
Yeah.
Just kind of going it alone.
Yeah, you can totally do that. Any of you can start by meditating if you want to. Or praying. Praying is the same thing. So if you do want to do that, it's wits plus composure. You don't really have any paraphernalia to help you with that. So you're just kind of going it alone. Mm-hmm. All right. So just a straight wits plus composure. You can use your willpower, but you only have one. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend it.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I probably might have tried waking up a little bit early to get a jump on this.
Sure. Yeah.
I have other shit to do today.
Yeah. So most people can't sit for more than half an hour. Your goal is to make 4 successes. Every roll is a half an hour, but it would be, it'd be difficult to sit there and meditate for a whole hour.
So we'll get up. We'll get up half an hour early.
Yeah.
And all right. Oh, you jerk.
Yeah. So close. You do feel good, but not in a way that's going to give you any sort of mechanical bonus. So
nope, that's encouraging.
Yeah. Cool.
Habits start with steps.
This is true.
And then from there, I will go and check to see if Jim has responded to me yet. And I imagine he hasn't.
Not yet. No, it's still early.
And then I will shoot Elliot a text and ask how he's doing. What with,
Okay.
the beating.
Yep. So,
And I'll
Elliot,
continue my day getting ready for work.
yep, as you're getting ready there, Elliot, text comes through from Christopher. Just asks how you're doing.
Better than yesterday? I don't know. A little foggy. Can't exactly remember what even happened yesterday. Or last night.
You do remember having a run-in with Mason. You just don't
What?
necessarily, you just don't necessarily remember any of the supernaturally type stuff that occurred.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he literally looked at you and talked to you directly, right?
Oh,
So,
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Where was Grayson?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard from him yet. I was about to message him.
Okay, listen, I'm at Chilton's books right now. I need to deal with the thing. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, good luck.
All
And I
right.
will message Grayson.
Okay. And you don't get an immediate reply.
It is the way of things.
All right. Cool. So we will jump to Elliot, who is in the process of pulling up to Chilton's books. And you stand outside. It's cold this morning. Again, wind. You kind of stand inside the kind of alcove leading up to the front, the doorway to this bookstore. It's just one of those kind of like it's on the street, right? It's just it's another store along the chain of stores along the street, older building, and it's the classic situation. You get there just before it opens, which means the staff are inside moving around, but they see you there and they laugh at you because you're standing outside in the cold, but it's not quite to the point where the clock has hit that minute mark yet, and so they won't unlock the door. But
I've absolutely been that person.
You know
And
that.
Yes, we are laughing at you.
Yeah, that's right. So 9 o'clock hits. An old man unlatches the door, flips the sign, pulls it open. Good morning. Welcome to Chilton's Books.
Hi.
Hi. He steps out of the way, allows you to enter the store.
I step in.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask where the football player is.
Well, I think he's probably getting ready for school. Wouldn't you be getting ready for school too, young man?
School's not my thing. I need to really talk to him. Is there a way to get a hold of him? You ever or something?
Well, I don't really give out people's information.
You're pretty important.
Well, you could try heading down to the school, I suppose. If it's that important.
Enough time.
You don't think there's enough time? Tell me a little bit more. Maybe I can help you out. He kind of changes his posture a little bit.
Do you know a Karen?
And you kind of caught him off guard, and you can tell that. And
I'm like, look him steely in the eye. I'm not even like flinching. I'm like, do you know a Karen?
And he says, "Who are you?"
You don't have much time to ask me these questions. Something is coming for her, and it's going to rip you all apart to do it.
Are you Elliot?
I am.
Ah, Elliot. Nice to meet you. I'm Jack. And he extends his hand to you.
I will take his hand and shake it.
Karen's told me about you. You were here just yesterday, weren't you?
I was, yes.
Okay. Well, what? So, Karen's just downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
What's this that's coming for her?
I need to speak to her.
Okay.
She wouldn't know the full gravity of the situation.
Okay. Is it best that we're all here for this? Or should I call
I
Bobby?
assume that you know. I'm assuming you're a part of whatever is going on downstairs. So
That's
if you
right.
are, then we can all.
Yeah,
That's
that's
fine.
right. Should I call Bobby and get him out of school?
I would highly recommend that you do.
Okay. Okay. Well, you head downstairs, and I'll give him a call and see that he comes over right away, and then we can all hear what you have to say, if it's that important. I believe you, Elliot. So he lets you come behind the counter there, and he
Yep.
walks over to the doorway and lets you head down.
Yeah.
All right, and yeah, the ghost is no longer floating there. The symbol is still on the floor. There's a bit of a kind of a folding screen set up that partitions the room into, I guess, 1/3 behind that screen, 2/3 into this basement area that has, again, kind of a circle of chairs around that symbol, but the circle's disrupted because they've set up this blind now. And you hear Karen's voice. Hello, Jack, is that you? Coming from behind the blind.
No, it's me, Elliot.
Elliot? And she kind of peeks from around the blind there, and she's like, "Oh, Elliot!" She's ecstatic. She runs over. She's just wearing like a long nightshirt sort of thing, and she leaps at you and gives you a big hug. I'm so glad you came. I'm so glad you're here. I'm sorry.
Going to, go ahead, continue.
Oh,
Sorry,
she just apologetic, and that she hurt you and made you feel the way that she did, and she's just gushing and going on. Go ahead.
I'm going to stop her hug and kind of move my arms forward and move her off of me.
Okay.
I'm going to tell her. So I'm like, listen, I need to confess something to you.
Okay. What is it? Should we sit down?
You might want to.
Okay. And she kind of walks over to one of the chairs that are not quite in a circle yet and sits down on it.
So after yesterday, I felt pretty angry, obviously, as you can clearly tell. And I want to tell you why.
Okay.
When my mom passed away, my world shattered. I was left alone, and I was roaming the streets, and I had no one. And it wasn't until you came into my life that I actually felt some sort of purpose. But I didn't realize that, I was just being used for protection. It felt nice to be wanted and to be needed for something. And of course, I felt very betrayed afterwards. I need you to understand, I wasn't thinking straight, and I acted out of anger. I hope that you can forgive me. But I told your uncle where you are.
And she said, she was about to say, I can forgive you for the, for being the way you were. And then she's like, you did what?
Listen, I'm sorry. I was just so angry.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I gotta go. I've gotta, and she looks around over behind, like toward the blind, and she's like, all my things. Oh, Elliot. Oh no. And she just kind of starts wringing her hands and looking around. You hear the jingle of the bell upstairs, and Jack, what's wrong? I got here right away, right? And he says, why don't you lock the door, Bobby? They're downstairs. And soon you are joined by Jack and Bobby. And And yeah. Is everything okay? Says Jack.
No.
Okay. Why don't you tell us what's going on? And sorry, but Bobby runs across to Karen because she's obviously upset. He's like, "Are you okay?" Like kind of crouching down, looking at her. Right. Go ahead.
Her uncle is coming for her, and she knows he's gonna rip this place apart to find her.
Your
That's my
uncle,
fault.
the werewolf.
Yeah.
Karen, I told you we can take care of him. We've got what we need. But he's my uncle, she says. And Jack's like, if he's going to try to hurt you, it doesn't matter what his relationship is to you. We've got to protect you and ourselves. I know, she says, I know, but it's just, I don't know what to do. It's just easier if I move on. And so they begin to have some trouble there. And you hear, sorry, unless you want to do something.
Well, I want to comfort her as well if I can.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
I don't want you to be alone again. And obviously these people here want to take care of you. I get that. I understand what you're feeling right now.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just very concerned and worried, and you divulged what you needed to divulge to her, for sure. That probably resolves your guilty, I think.
Oh, okay.
Throwing Karen to the wolves.
Yeah.
Get rid of that guy. We'll move him up here.
Cool. Nice.
All right. And
I should go.
okay, as you say that, you hear the bells jingle on the door upstairs, and Jack looks to Bobby. Did you lock the door? And he's like, yeah, I think so.
And I'm gonna like, I have a danger sense.
What's that?
Do I have danger sense? Where's that goddamn danger sense?
You have direct. You got direction sense. You know that it's up. You know that's. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I can't believe none of us took danger sense.
I know, right? This is stupid.
Very
Can I roll? What did I roll last time when that I felt something was uneasy? What did I roll last time? Do you remember?
Wits plus empathy is usually how it goes.
Can I roll that?
Sure. Give you the general sense of the mood of the room.
Yeah. Submit.
Oh, you didn't get rid of your wounds.
Shoot, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get rid of any of my wounds. I have them all there.
You should be all healed up.
I can do that right now. Just do this one here. And correct that later.
Cool. So yeah, they're noticeably concerned here. You get the sense that something's not good.
You guys need to get her out of here.
Yeah, Bobby, right? And he points over at the cabinet that's locked over there, and Bobby moves over and starts to deal with the lock. Jack begins to make his way upstairs. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go upstairs.
Okay, you follow Jack up as well, and yeah, there's you end up, of course, behind the counter, and what you see is a rather terrifying sight to you.
God damn it! I'm gonna get another breaking point. God.
Yeah.
Okay, what do I see?
You see a rather short woman.
Fuck.
Clothing just hanging off of her. a nasty, hideous scar starting at her left collarbone, going down across her breastbone into her abdomen. And she's standing there, her head down, hair draped in front of her. It's kind of like the girl from, what was it, The Ring, right? Hair kind of draped down. And she's staring at you through her hanging hair as she stands in the middle of the bookstore. And she says, "Ah, there you are, looking at you. I thought I smelled something familiar." And let's roll.
What? Sorry.
Oh, well, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say, is there an alternative exit that's like at the back of the store, but not where I just came from?
There would be an alternate exit, yeah.
Okay.
But let's see if we can get there first. So,
God damn it.
we need to roll some initiative here.
Right.
And, yeah.
Initiative. Thank God Grayson Bridger's with me. That's where he was the entire time. Wranglepaw? We're gonna fucking die.
All right. Let's see what we got going on.
I also assume Bobby visually is just like Bobby Hill from King of the Hill.
Me too. Yeah.
Just so you're aware. And Karen has the haircut.
The bowl
And-
cut?
No, like the standard Karen haircut where it's like all off to the one side.
Oh, I see.
Great.
And Jack is
What
doing a
what
really
does Bobby Hill-
crappy.
What does Bobby Hill say? That's my purse.
I don't. That okay. No, you need to do that on an exceptional success. That's my purse to her. He just
That's
takes
my
it right
purse.
out with it
I don't know you.
and just like puffs her in the ham wallet. As you can see, Bobby, I do not have a penis. Great episode.
Thank you for that recounting of classic Americana.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. You're rolling a lot of dice, so I have to
I know.
gotta keep
No,
people entertained.
it's
That's
good.
what we're here for.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not opposed.
I'll throw that over in the shitty memes over in the Discord. Plug.
All right, there we go. Thank you for plugging. All right, and yeah, Elliot, you managed to go first. What do you want to do?
Wait, did you see all of us or just me?
She sees you and the old man. The other two are still downstairs.
So she doesn't know they're downstairs, probably then.
You can speculate all you want on what she knows and what she doesn't know.
Fuck. Is there a way to make me her primary target?
You can do a manipulation plus probably brawl, I'd imagine, to egg her on.
Manipulation plus. I just said plus.
You did,
Plus ball. Okay.
I believe. Let me just see what. Well, you could use any of your social stuff. You could use streetwise. You could use persuasion, intimidation, expression. It depends what you're trying to do, really. Like how you're trying to keep her attention on you.
I guess it would be intimidation.
Okay, manipulation or presence.
Manipulation.
All right, cool.
Okay, I'm going to use a point of willpower as well.
Okay. And you are penalized by her composure.
Just 14.
That's right. Her composure is 3.
Okay, so that nullifies those two things then.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. Please work. Oh, I got one.
Okay. So she keeps her eye on you. What do you say to her? What do you do?
I'm gonna be like, if you want to get to her, you have to catch me first.
When you say that, she
I want her to pinpoint on me. I want her to just pinpoint on me.
she just smiles when you say that, and as so it's her action now. She says, "So she's here," and she smiles even more. And as she's smiling, her clothing seems to blend into her skin as she tears into a it's almost like as she takes a step, she grows massively. Her gosh, she's got to be 1.5 times her height. Like just and you can see the floor creaks when she steps. Long hair growing out of her bulging forearms and biceps now, as a muzzle elongates, but all in the motion of a step. It happens so fast, and she throws her head back and lets out the most terrifying howl. When she hunts, madness, and you need to roll composure, and she will roll her skills.
Just composure?
Just composure.
Okay. Well then. I'm going to, I guess, willpower the shit out of this too. Oh, why not?
All right. So, you are overcome with the frantic condition, and I am just going to have to quickly grab it here. You have had a glimpse of the rabid wolf, which is utterly terrifying. Let me see if I can do something a little bit better. There we go. This will be better. There. Nothing is held back now. You move forward with irresistible haste. You put your full effort into every action now until you're exhausted, as Gurum Ur demands nothing less. Don't worry about who that is. Character must spend willpower on every roll you make until you've exhausted your reserves. If you regain any willpower while suffering this condition, you must spend that as well. If you suffer a wound penalty from lethal or aggravated damage, or suffer a lethal wound in your last health box, this resolves. And then she lets out this terrible blood-curdling howl. And, she has claws like swords and teeth like daggers. Jack yells down to Bobby to get the axe, and he reaches under the counter there and pulls out a shotgun that's mounted underneath and cocks the shotgun. Bobby will act. Karen will act. We come back to Elliot.
So I was a little confused. And do I still have my wits about me, or am I just like all out attacking here?
That's your choice if you want to use an all-out attack. You do have your wits about you. All that frantic does. So you've been made frantic. This howl touched something primal deep down inside of you and has made you frantic. The world is chaos now. Okay. That's kind of what this effect that she has does. And And so what that means is whatever you do, you have to throw everything into it. You have to always spend willpower on any roll.
I see. So even if I really wanted to text Volcus, I have to do it with like extreme willpower to do so.
If you need to make a roll, you wouldn't.
If I-
Whenever you would normally be able to spend willpower, you must. You don't get the choice to not spend willpower. But for something that doesn't require you to spend willpower, you don't need to spend it, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think in this round, I'd like to let Volcus know we're under attack
Okay. So.
by what looks to be a werewolf.
Okay. So you. Okay. So your action is going to be to fish out your cell phone.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so.
Cool. Are you going to have any movement?
I'm gonna move probably towards something I can use to defend myself with.
Okay. There's like you could kind of jump. Well, you could maneuver around from behind the desk to to a bookshelf, or you could duck down behind the desk. It's up to you.
Probably bookshelf it.
Okay. So
Why not?
you're gonna use your parkour to do a fancy slide over the top of the desk and dart over behind a bookshelf.
Sure.
Cool.
Let's do that.
All right. As you fish your phone out of your pocket.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, she will quickly maneuver around that way, and kind of you see two claws kind of grab around, clawed hands grab around the bookshelf as she kind of pulls her body around and snaps forward at you with her jaws to bite you.
Cool.
So here's the thing: whenever you're fighting, you can spend willpower on defense.
Don't I have to?
I'm just saying. I'm saying, yeah. So in this situation, you would have to spend it on defense. What that
Sounds
does,
good.
that increases your defense by 2.
That's it?
Yep. However, against a werewolf in this form, you don't get to add your athletics. So what is your athletics?
My athletics is 2.
Okay, so you would have your standard defense as opposed to it being penalized by 2. What is your defense?
5.
5. All right. So this is.
Question for you before I guess this won't work. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so she has 4 dice, and she rolls those 4 dice. She hits, and she deals a total of 3 points of lethal damage to you, and you are now grappled in her maw.
3?
3 points of lethal, yeah.
Good thing I took you to my doctor.
Okay.
Yep, and I have to adjust her initiative too now that she's changed form. There we go. Cool. Jack is going to unload on her with his shotgun. That gives him 9 again. And blasts away at the shelf as she, with you in her jaws, quickly maneuvers behind. She moves faster than you can imagine. You feel yourself kind of jostled like a rag doll. Bobby comes charging up the stairs.
So wait, I'm still in a grapple with her? She just took me with her?
Yeah, she just has her jaw clamped down on your shoulder.
And yeah, only 2 dice?
Yeah, she gets her defense against firearms.
But didn't she just move? She just acted, though.
I'm interpreting her defense. So I'm not giving her additional real kind of movement. She didn't change range bands or anything like that. I'm just saying, how does a giant werebeast not get hit by a shotgun blast with her defense? Well, she literally just kind of spun behind the shelving unit. Karen does stuff. Back to Stranglepaw's turn, which means that you guys need to make a contested roll. Strength plus brawl.
2 successes.
2 successes. So you continue to grapple as she you're probably trying to pry her jaws off of you as nobody gets I don't know, nobody gets the upper hand, I guess. That's what happens. Jack will give another blast. He gets 9 again, and now a 0. Okay, blam, another shotgun blast. And you hear him say, "They're over behind the bookshelf." And you hear Bobby say, "Yeah, I can see them." He will sprint behind, and as you grapple, basically you're working against this monstrous beast. You can see Bobby come around the corner with that makeshift silver axe of his, and he raises it up over his head and comes down on her, attacking her with that. And that gives him 1 die. And this is also 9 again. And he misses as she, as basically he chops into the wall. Karen does.
What's the chance of that?
No. That was a 9 again.
Oh my god.
All right. Contested roll there. Got to spend that willpower.
Wait. I'm gonna roll this fucking well for these other guys. Nope.
All right, she has the upper hand, and she basically shakes her head now that there's another assailant here, and tosses you basically over into another bookshelf. The difference in successes is 2, and so you will take 2 points of lethal damage as you smash into things and crang your head off of a hard wood bookshelf.
Sure.
Jack will shoot again. Oh, wow. That's pretty good.
No shit, he did something.
Yeah, it hit for 4 points of lethal damage. So, blam! The creature blood, you can just, as you lay there, the world kind of spinning, you've hit your head. You can see just blood splatter in your direction as she shot through with a shotgun. Bobby follows with a chop with his axe. And misses. And that brings us back. Karen does stuff. Back to Stranglepaw, who lets out another howl, and what you can see before your eyes as the wounds just heal up almost instantaneously, and she will leap at Bobby, and you hear a terrible scream as she makes a roll there. Tearing into him. Your turn, Elliot. You have your phone in your hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish my message to Volcus that we're being attacked by she-werewolf at Chilton's Books. Please come now, or we dead.
All right. Jack missing with the shotgun blast. Oh, I'm sorry, it should have been a 9 again. There we go. Now it hits again, 4 more points of damage. Bobby swinging with his axe.
You got it too.
Oh, he did a good job. And that's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Actually, that was a 4 lethal. I don't know what that's going to be.
That's a 2, so that's 6 points of aggravated damage into her. And she lets out the most terrifying howl. The wounds from the shotgun heal instantaneously, and she attacks Bobby, now in a terrible rage. doing 4 more lethal damage to him, tearing him up. And he is not looking so good. Elliot.
All right. Are there any silver-plated weapons around me? I'm just curious what he brought up.
He just has the axe in his hands. He's basically, like his guts are almost hanging out. Pretty much, he's been slashed with these claws twice now.
And he's all fucked up though.
He's hurting bad. He's taken quite a significant amount of lethal damage.
Okay. Well.
And you're at what, 5 lethal?
Yeah, I'm not in a good spot either. I will run to grab the axe then, if he's that bad.
Okay. So you run at to Bobby basically. That's cool, and you get there and say, "Give me the axe." And he shakes his head and just tells you to run. Jack will shoot again with his shotgun, missing, and he'll have to reload. Bobby swinging with the axe, but this is only a chance die. And a miss. And Stranglepaw will attack Bobby again. And just barely misses. Your turn.
So this guy's not giving me the axe then, I'm assuming?
You can try to take it from him, but he's not just handing it over.
Alright, well, then I'm going to run to Karen then.
Okay.
There's no reason to stay here.
Okay, you push past him.
Yeah.
Jack reloading. He's pretty much beside you now as you kind of slide over the table or the countertop. Bobby swinging his axe again. No chance. And yeah, you hear his last gurgle as and then the old man lets out a scream behind you as you hear a smash of the glass front counter when Stranglepaw basically leaps onto it to get at him. You head down the stairs?
Yep.
Okay. And when you get down the stairs, you feel the cool breeze. The back, you can see there's a small flight of steps behind there was some boxes and stuff that have been moved out of the way, and the door is open out the back.
Okay. And Karen's gone? There's no Karen to be
There's
seen?
no sign of her as you step down here. Nope.
Okay, well then I'm gonna fucking run
Okay.
out that door
Cool.
as amazingly as I can. Can I like put like while I'm running? Yeah, I'm just gonna run wherever.
Well, yeah. Let's accumulate some successes. You're just going to sprint.
I'm gonna sprint.
Okay. And yeah, so you
And I guess should I? Does my inspire just work because it gets 3 successes, or how's that work?
you're inspired. If you use it, you will get a point of willpower back, and if you get 3 successes, it's considered exceptional.
Yeah, I might as well try it, I guess.
Okay. So don't drag your willpower out. The willpower you got back for using it is what you spent.
What? Okay.
Yeah, it gave you a willpower, so just don't spend one.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right, sounds good.
Yeah, and so stamina plus athletics plus 3.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, come on.
1 success. All right.
Rolls.
And you also get a beat for resolving that condition.
God damn it. Can't, like, get any fucking rolls today.
All right.
I just broke my nose.
And you, you tear out of there. You you just try to put as much distance between you and that scene as possible. And now we have to deal with the fallout of it. So, here we go. Resolve plus composure. What's your current...
Integrity?
Yeah, what's your current integrity?
6.
All right, so that's +1. You get a -2. You witness the supernatural violent. That's another -2. You can spend a point of willpower if you want, but you're gonna have a hell of a lot of penalties, so it might not make a difference.
Okay.
So this is a perfect example of what I was talking about before. You could blow your shaken to fail the roll, then do a dramatic failure, gain the... I mean, this could be the big beat farming that you needed.
Okay.
Because you're going to have huge penalties here, right? You cause visible serious injury, no. You endured a physical supernatural attack, witness a supernatural occurrence of her shape-shifting. So yeah, you're going to be at... It'll be your resolve plus composure. You're going to be at a -3, including... That's with a willpower expenditure.
That's with 1?
Yeah.
And if I blow this, I lose an integrity. If I get 5 beats, what we said?
If you blow shaken because of the chaos, like the witnessing of the death of Albert Kuei with rats and shit, would totally apply to this roll, right?
Yeah.
So that you would just fail it. That would get you a beat from that. You're already getting a beat from the breaking point.
Yeah.
If you take the dramatic failure, that gives you a beat for taking a dramatic failure, plus a dramatic failure on a breaking point gives you another beat. So that would be 4 beats.
But I lose an integrity.
Okay. You lose an integrity, you get 4 beats.
Yeah.
You're going to lose an integrity regardless, probably.
Yeah. Well, 3 dice. I've been rolling pretty shitty. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I guess so. How many is it to increase your integrity afterwards? It's 2?
2.
2 experience.
Yeah. But a 5 just has no modifier, so...
Yeah, I guess I'll dramatically fail and take 4 beats here.
Okay, cool. We'll use that shaken.
I've already lowered my integrity.
Okay. And you... Oh, this is resolved now. The results of this... this dramatic failure, you don't actually lose an integrity.
Fantastic.
And you remember everything with crystal clarity.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. It is etched, and it just, the bite hurts like hell, and it just, there's something... Like I said before, that howl touched something primal in you. You knew you were prey, not a predator. And now you understand that you have a relationship of some sort in a much broader sort of hierarchy of predator and prey. Yeah, it shakes your whole world. And as you run, you can hear the screams of a grown man as he's being ripped apart by this beast. You put much distance between you and that place as possible. Vinnie and Christopher, sorry to keep you waiting so long, but
Sorry, guys.
That took a little while.
It did. Sorry, guys.
All right, Vinnie, what are you doing?
Well, I found out when David Way his thing's going, so I'm gonna get there at around 6 o'clock. So probably for the next little bit, I'm just going to go to work, kind of regular day, and then maybe try and leave work earlier to get to the Puitok Center.
Okay, all right.
I'm assuming I have to get like somebody in to kind of fix the bullet holes in the shop, so nobody asks questions.
Yeah, Yeah, you
But
can
I mean,
spend
it'll
your
be pretty easy to answer. Like, hey, we got a burglar in, and you know,
yeah,
did that. So just some of that cleanup from the other night.
you can spend your day doing that. Christopher, is your plan to go to the Pui Talk this evening, or
I don't believe it was. I think
okay?
Christopher's kind of freaked out having seen the housing arrangement.
Okay, fair enough. Cool. Just trying to make sure I understand kind of where all the pieces are. So, Vinny, we'll just fast forward till the end of the day, and you will stop in at the Pui Tak Center shortly after sundown, and yeah, David meets you there. He's not yet changed into his Chow Jun-ji clothing yet. He's still wearing his suit and everything like that, but you guys use one of the small meeting rooms that are available at the center. And he sits down with you and he says, well, Vincenzo, tell me what the problem is.
Well, me and the others. I mean, I was here with Grace and Bridger and Christopher Sloan the other night. You might remember them.
Yes, of course.
Well, we kind of ran into some interesting characters that and we had a book that seems to be a very valuable item that was I'd kept in my vault and it was stolen from us. And I'm wondering if you had ever heard anything about this with some of your advanced knowledge of the city.
What sort of book?
Well, I'll describe the physical characteristics of the book to him. Um, but then when you opened it up, it would kind of look different for each person looking at it.
I see. I see.
Have you ever heard of something like this?
I think that you should head across the street and talk to Richard Kuei at the Chinatown Bazaar. That's
Is
Albert's
that any
father.
relation to Al? That's Albert's father?
Mm-hmm.
What would he know about this book?
He knows more about it than I do, and he knows who wants it.
Do you know who wants it?
It's better that he tells you than I do.
Well, I don't have it anymore.
That's
It was stolen
unfortunate.
from us last night.
That's very unfortunate. I believe that book is what cost us Albert.
Okay. Could you make the introductions? I don't think I've ever met Albert's father.
I can. Let's go. And he brings you across the street. Again, cold, windy night, cloudy. There's a light snow as you cross the street there, where that accident had happened, when all of this sort of stuff started. And he brings you across to the Chinatown Bazaar. You walk in, it's filled with all sorts of imported stuff from China, souvenirs, different types of packaged foods, you name it. This place is the place to sell things that have been imported from China to tourists and to locals, but it's got more of that sort of touristy feeling. And he bows to the woman behind the counter, who says, "Oh, Mr. Kuei, or sorry, Mr. Wei. So good to see you." And he speaks rapidly to her in Cantonese, and she responds as well, and motions upstairs. And he bows again, and says to you, "This way." and brings you upstairs, which is where the mood is a little bit different. It's darker. There's display cases. There's some more sort of pricey artifacts that they've imported that are kind of on display. It looks more like a jeweler's shop upstairs, but the lights low, lights inside the cases illuminating the wares and things like that. A lot of jades, a lot of things like this. And there, in the midst of all this, stands a man who appears to be an older version of Albert. And he greets David in Cantonese and then bows to you as well. David explains, again in Cantonese, something, and Richard offers his hand to you and says, "Mr. Rossi, pleasure to meet you."
The pleasure's all mine, Mr. Kuei. I know you're probably still reeling from the loss of your son. My condolences.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Mr. Wei says you have information that could be about his disappearance.
Well, I know more about a book. And again, I kind of go through the same description of the outside and the inside of the book and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He kind of walks behind one of the display cases there, and in a drawer behind there, he takes out a small notebook and walks back over, opens it up, and inside he takes out a picture. And it's looks like it's a black and white security camera, like a still from a security camera. And then he hands it to you, and in the picture you see a picture of Mason. And he says, "Is this the man that took the book?"
Yeah, that's exactly the man that came into our shop and came into my shop and took the book from me last night. He moved so fast, like, I didn't even feel like I saw him half the time, but yet we were fighting him and he was trying to take that book.
I see. He moved fast, you say?
Yeah, like I didn't even know where he was half the time. He was going so fast.
And he looks over at David and says something to him that something you catch the word repeated a few times, Moshushi, and David just kind of shakes his head, says, "This man is the one who came to us here at Chinatown Bazaar and asked for us to find a book of the description that you say for him, to acquire it for him. I gave the job to my son. How did you come in possession of this book?"
One of my comrades found it.
Found it?
He kept it secure for a little bit, and then when we learned that there was a little bit of heat wanting to find this book, we made the decision to keep it in the safe at my place of work.
He leans...
Oh,
sorry, go ahead.
This Mason, he came and broke into that safe and took it. I was the only one that knew the combination to that safe.
Apparently not. And he kind of steps closer and leans in and says, "I want to talk to this friend of yours who got this book." And he glares at you like he's looking through you. What's your composure?
Let me check here. 3.
Okay. Okay. He successfully instills some intimidation into you. I mean, it's not a command that you must follow through, but he intimidates even you with his posture and his directness, and he wants to speak to that person who found that book.
What's so important about this book?
I want to know what happened to my son. I don't care about the book. The book is now in the hands of the man that wanted it. I want to know what happened to my son and why he did not deliver that book to that man.
Well, maybe we can help each other out. I mean, if my friend knows about what happened to your son, you might know more about this Mason. Do you know where he lives, where I can find him?
You can help out by bringing your friend to me. And he says something in Cantonese to David, and then turns his back and walks further, like back behind the cabinets and things like that. David leans over. It's time to go.
So, yeah, I guess I'll leave.
All right. Once you get outside, David says to you, the Kuei family has been importing things for generations into Chicago. I have a bit of influence with the businesses, but they have much more influence with the people. You'd be wise to not cross them.
Was that book something imported into Chicago?
I don't know. That was between them and the man that wanted it. I do know that they are able to acquire things that many people aren't able to acquire. But for us, we're not concerned with that. Let's go back to the center, clear our minds, and center ourselves, and learn some more control. You've been put into a situation where it will probably benefit you.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll go and meditate.
Okay, cool. I don't want to go any further with that, though, because if Grayson ends up there as well, then I'd rather do that together. So,
Okay.
All right. Well, that brings us to the end of this rather brutal session. Yeah, for those of you that joined us, thank you very much. We are very happy to have you. If you haven't yet subscribed, hit that subscribe. Every subscription helps us out. We get new subscribers every week. Throw a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. Hit that bell to know when the next episode's coming out. And from all of us, myself, Dark Templar of Holle, Teku, and Golgotha, wherever he happens to be, thank you very much. We are Initiative Zero.